Is that right? Yes, yay! Excellent. Okay, this is Lee from Foodie Book Club and Lee in the Sweet Life. This is Lizzie from Peachy Digital, and this is Olivier Certain, who is again, he's another person that I'm just stalking all the time. Bless his heart. He's so nice, and he's agreed to make us a pantry dish for lockdown lunches. So this is the episode 2 in the series. We're hoping to have lots more, and we're hoping that Olivier will come back and do more. And we've asked him to do a nice simple dish, lunchtime dish that you can just open your cupboard and see what's going on. So Olivier, tell me about what we're making.
I'm going to make a classic, simple ham and cheese toasty, basically. It's called Croque Monsieur. Everybody knows Croque Monsieur what it is.
I like the way you say ham and cheese toasty. It's not like any ham and cheese toasty I bloomin' make in my kitchen, I tell you.
Well, yeah, you can make it simply like you do at home. You can do. They can buy machines now. You can do the ham and cheese and use the machine. I use that as well when I want something to eat in my break when I'm working. But you know, to make it a bit exciting, this one I'm using different cheeses, and I'm making a cheese sauce like a bechamel, which everybody can use. Can do at home using the ingredients you have in the cupboard. Basically, I don't think there is much more that you need to buy special ingredients to do that kind of recipe.
Yeah, and we're going to put the recipe up on the lockdown lunches page on leeandthesweetlife.com. That's it. It's my fault that Tony's isn't up there yet because oh gosh, do you know what? But it will be up there. Olivia's will be up there by the end of the weekend. Everybody else's. So excuse me. So yes. So where do we start? What's the first thing we're going to do?
Well, I have 200 milliliters of milk here. Just any kind of milk. I'm using full fat milk, which I'm going to warm up here with 1 bay leaf from my garden.
Oh, garden.
Classic bechamel sauce, which is basically butter, flour, and milk. Mm-hmm. So I have 200 milliliters of milk here with a bay leaf. Put some onions in there. You know, chopped onions is a classic way to do it. With chopped onions, a bit of thyme in there if you want. You just need to use milk. And basically, you need to cook the butter and the flour out. And then the milk is infused straight into the milk and the butter and the flour and cooked out to like a thick sauce.
Okay, so you melt your butter and then you add your flour, which will be on the website, and mix that in and let it cook for a couple of minutes on a sort of low to medium heat so that all the gluten sort of goes and starts to do its magic. And then you add the warm strained milk slowly to the flour butter mixture. Yes.
Yeah. So I've got the milk is warming up gently. Be at the same temperature. You know. So you cannot do the cook the butter and the flour and pour milk in there unless you're in a rush. You could do this. That can be done. But the classic way is to have it both at the same temperature.
I think the English way, this is the way my mum taught me, is dump the cold milk in it. You do that, Lizzie? Just dump the cold milk in it and keep stirring till it stops going lumpy. That's how I do it. But this is the proper way to do it. So
this is the way I was taught. You know?
Yeah, the proper way. So what else would you use bechamel sauce for?
Well, usually bechamel, if you had grated cheese in there, and English mustard and Worcester sauce, green peppers. We can use that for cauliflower cheese. Yes.
Yeah. What about things like lasagnas, moussakas?
Yeah. That's exactly this. That's the way I could do it.
You see, people are halfway there already, aren't they? Once they've got the sauce mastered, they can use it in so many myriad ways. I love that word, myriad ways of just. You see, Lizzie, stop laughing there.
We have many discussions about use of the word myriad.
I know, it drives me crazy when people say, anyway, because it means all of. Anyway, myriad ways. So once you get the bechamel sauce, you can use it any way you want. So just think of the meals.
If you make a cheese souffle, the base is very similar to the bechamel. You know, you cook the flour and the butter out with the milk, add the egg yolks, cool it down, whip some egg whites through it. Of course, you have grated cheese before anything else, but basically it's very similar. You use You use the same sauce. It's the same base all the time.
So if you had to choose one sauce that you would recommend to use, you know, to master in a way, would this be the one, bechamel?
Well, yeah. Anybody can do this at home, you know.
Yeah.
I've got 20 grams of flour and 20 grams of butter, so equal quantity, 20, 200 milk.
Oh,
So
okay.
200 milk. If you want to make bigger, you want to make cauliflower cheese, you do 100, 1,000 milliliters.
Okay, just add a couple of notes on the end. I like that.
So I have the flour and milk here.
Yeah.
I'm going to cook it out for a bit. This is roux in classic terms. It's called roux.
Yeah, R-O-U-X. Yeah.
Yeah, R-O-U-X. So basically, we need to cook the flour out a couple of minutes. I've got a small amount here, so it's not going to take long at all.
Right.
Cook down, and I've got the milk warmed up here. I've got the milk in there, so it's infused. Ideally, put it infused a bit longer, you know, maybe.
But it's a quick lunch menu recipe that we'll ask you to do, so you know.
Yeah, if you do, it's called milk. It works as well, but having all at the same temperature, you probably have less chance of having some lumps in.
Yeah. Also, can I just say, part of we get a lot of people who are in Foodie Book Club and hopefully watching this. Hello, everybody! Please join Foodie Book Club. That are not scared of cooking, but really aren't used to cooking, because a sauce can be really daunting when you don't know how simple it is. So I would just say, I hope you're going to sort of back this up, Lizzie and Olivia, that just give it a flipping go. What's the worst thing that can happen?
Yeah,
that's it. So I've got the cheese sauce cooking on a very low temperature.
Yeah.
I'm going to slice a couple of pieces of bread.
Okay.
I'm going to make two, so I'm going to have it for my lunch.
Okay. One for me, one for Lizzie.
So you use any kind of bread, but you know, I've got some a loaf of white bread from the shop in town. They do vegetable, they do all sorts in there.
Yeah.
They have loaves of bread from the local bakery. I'm using that loaf here. I'm just going to do two slices. You can use it. You can use sourdough. You can use wholemeal bread. It's probably not the best, but white bread. White bread
every time. Are you a supporter of local businesses where you are at the moment, especially at the moment with you know?
You know, I live in a small town. You know, Dalton is it's a small town.
Yeah.
And then we have, you know, a veg shop, and then we have we go to the market, you know, the local supermarket where my mother-in-law works in, you know, so we do our shopping there. We have a veg shop. We have a deli, which is back being open soon again. And we have a shop called Town TV where they have all sorts in there, you know.
And
wine.
Local shops need as many shout outs as possible, don't they, right now? Independent shops and things, which is hopefully what's going on.
Yeah, so anyway, I've got the cheese sauce it's not sticking up quickly. But it can go from not too thick very quickly, so I'll keep an eye on it.
Okay.
If you don't keep whisking it, it'll start catching, and it'll be awful taste, you know, it'll burn.
And if it starts to go lumpy, Olivia, what can our watchers do to make it better?
Throw it, do a new one.
What?
Throw it and make a new one.
Yes. Because let's face it, it's flour, butter, milk, and some flavouring. So, you know, he's right, Lizzie. Just throw it and make a new one. It's not like...
You know, if you're going to make a sandwich for Brian, for a friend, or for your family, especially this time, you know, it's not too expensive.
Yeah.
It's not too expensive. But, you know, if you catch it too thick, you can still use it, I guess. But, you know, if you want it perfect, you can use one.
Do me a favour, Olivia. Just bend down so our viewers can see your face, because at the moment we can only see the sauce.
It's probably better.
He's really here. He's really here. Look there.
Yeah.
We had a choice to see the food or to see Olivier because he's in his kitchen. So I think we should just keep going from one to the other.
My bechamel just starts thickening up a bit.
Okay.
And I've got my bread toasting. Bread first. It needs to be toasted first, because you're gonna get soggy otherwise. So when you eat it, you have the ham, the cheese, and the cheese sauce on top of the sandwich. Crispy bread will be amazing.
Every time we do this, every time once somebody starts describing food, I'm going.
Yeah, so it starts thickening up.
Okay.
Very well.
I don't know why I'm doing that. Like I can see.
I'm gonna have some Liam currants.
Yes.
That very French ingredient.
I've got a bit of French mustard here.
Yeah. You see, I wondered because before you said you were going to use English mustard, and I thought, oh, because I use Dijon in my sauces.
I've not used. You can put English mustard. I just find the Dijon is not.
Yeah.
It's harsh.
It's a bit smoother, and that was definitely Malden salt, which is just I love. Everyone
about it. It's Cornish sea salt.
Yeah, sea salt. You know, you know that shop I like with the A in it, and they sell sea salt. It's in the like middle aisle, so you can get it for like £1. It's fabulous.
So here you go. I've got the bread toasted. So they're all the same size. And I'll put it on the tray, ready to go.
Yeah, let's have a look. Okay. Look at that.
Proper doorstep slices, aren't they?
I know, it's great. That's white bread. Definitely.
I've got my cheese sauce ready here.
Okay.
So I put some salt in there. Currants and mustard.
Yep.
I'm going to cool down those cheese sauce quickly.
Okay. So you're going to just take it a little bit out of the saucepan and into another bowl just to cool it down.
I'll go to cool it down.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be.
Could you make this sauce in advance and keep it in a covered dish in the fridge and then just bring it out when you need to?
Yeah.
So you can make a lot of it, make double, triple of it, and just keep it. And then for the next few days, as long as you have this for lunch, you're all right, aren't you?
You can make a cheese sauce. You can use it for cauliflower cheese. Use it for this. Yeah. You can put some parmesan in there and do something else. I mean, I'm using cooked ham for that. You can use serrano ham or chorizo in there, manchego cheese, make a different twist in it, you know. You can posh it up, can't you, Lizzie? With it, I mean, cheeses. You know, you've got cheeses coming out here. So I have now some just cooked ham, and this is sliced Emmental cheese I'm using.
Melty.
You can use any cheese, cheddar, mozzarella.
Yeah.
Manchego cheese, or whatever cheese you have in the fridge, you can use it there. Maybe not blue cheese.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I mean, hands up who's always got a bit of cheese in the fridge at the end. I mean, like Lizzie always does. But yeah, I mean, she gets delivered cheese by the bucket load. But I mean, most of us have got some of meat, ham, or whatever, whether it's fresh or in a tin. And most of us have got eggs. Most of us have got flour, butter, milk, and some cheese. So this is a perfect meal, isn't it?
Flexible, isn't it?
I've got some butter, which I had at room temperature. Spread on the toast, like Nigella did the other day.
Yeah. I haven't seen it. I've heard about it.
Oh yeah, they talk about it on TV or national news. Yeah. Anyway, butter is spread.
I can hear the toast crispy. It's lovely.
I'll just turn the oven on. 180 degrees. It's perfect.
Right.
Right. I've got my cooked ham. This is just cooked ham from the butcher. So I'll make it quite. It's probably like a light lunch, but I'm going to put 2 slices of ham in there.
Perfect. Look at that. You see, we're both smiling here just because I can taste this already. I'm not even there.
You can do that. At work, I make this with some Parma ham and some whatever cheese we have as a canapé. Before the customers arrive.
As you do.
Yeah. So before they eat their meal, we give them canapé.
Yeah.
So I can do, this is sliced Emmental cheese, Emmental.
I love an Emmental actually.
But yeah, you can use cheddar. But I'm going to put grated cheddar on the top.
Cheese overload.
Amazing. There's so much cheese.
Sliced cheese. Slice it out.
You're very tidy in your kitchen.
Yeah, because I'll get told off otherwise.
I'll have some lessons. He's a fantastic cook.
I close the sandwich, the butter side towards the cheese.
Okay.
Yeah. This is probably not the healthiest. I've got to put some more butter on the top.
Oh yes, please.
Lots of protein though, and calcium.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you've got something really fast in there.
Gluten-free. You can use gluten-free bread. In my eyes, it probably won't taste the same, but you can do gluten-free.
Okay.
Of course, dairy-free will be difficult, but I'm sure people can find a way to do it.
And I've got to ask the vegetarian question. I know it's a different dish if you don't have ham, but you could adapt this without having any meat in there at all.
Yeah. You use some Mediterranean vegetable, char-grilled, and make a toasted sandwich like this with some goat cheese or some whatsoever.
Oh, some charred grill peppers would be fabulous in there, actually, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
My tomatoes.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's nearly cooled down here. I've got some cheddar cheese here.
Yeah.
Everybody's got cheddar cheese at home.
Yeah, there's always a dry piece at the back of the fridge somewhere,
When I'm hungry, I don't eat I don't cook what I'm cooking at work all the time, I'll just work.
While you're doing that, I'm going to ask you a few questions, Lydia, okay? So your favourite ingredients, what are your favourite ingredients, 3 favourite ingredients to use and to eat? What would you love to cook with, 3 ingredients?
3 ingredients. I love olive oil.
Yeah.
Salt and any kind of fish.
Oh, Lizzie, do you know what? Lizzie's a hater of fish.
I'm trying to learn to like it. It's not going very well, but...
Yeah, we were on Foodie Book Club last night with our Twitter thing. If anybody wants to join us, 6 till 7 Wednesday, Foodie Club hour, and people were talking about fish fingers, and she was nearly vomiting. I'm sorry. How can anybody not like fish? Anyway, so what are your favourite 3 ingredients to eat, Olivia?
I love fish, any kind of fish. So
Yeah.
bass, scallops, that's shellfish, but yeah. And I like anything simple, chicken. I like doing tray bakes at home.
Yeah.
Chickens, peppers.
Anything you like, anything. I like that.
Yeah. I try to make it easy for ourselves. Tray bake, put everything in the tray, cook it all together. Brilliant.
Yeah. That's see hearing a chef say that, I think that's might make people feel a little bit easier about how they're cooking, because I think a lot of people like myself, if we were in a hurry, put it in a pot, put it in a slow cooker, everything on a tray, put it in the oven, and I think people think they're not really cooking if they're doing that. But actually,
it's important for me,
Yeah.
One thing, salt can make something in it dough a bit more exciting.
Yeah. Look at this.
Seasoning, salt. I love Tabasco. That kind of pasta with some Tabasco, make it more. A bit of cheese sauce on the top.
Fabulous.
Bechamel even, sorry. And I've got the grated cheddar. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
So it'll be crispy sandwich, and it'll be. I'm going to keep that cheese sauce for later on.
Yeah, never throw anything away. Oh my gosh, never, ever.
I'm going to put these sandwiches for 10 minutes in the oven.
Okay. While they're in the oven, I'll ask you some questions that we were asking all the chefs here. So it's at 180 and it's going to be 10 minutes in the oven?
Well, yeah, it's 180, so I put 10 to 12 minutes.
Okay.
And I'll see, it needs to be golden brown. I'll start bubbling, you know?
Right, righto. So
It's hot. It needs to be hot. You can put it 5 minutes, it won't be hot. I like to be hot all the way through.
okay.
And then all I'm going to serve with it,
What?
Croque Monsieur is ham and cheese with a bechamel.
Yeah.
And once you put a fried egg on the top, it's called croque madame. So I'll do one of each. I'll do one with fried egg.
We lived in Belgium for a few years, okay, and my kids grew up with pommes frites, right, and this dish. It was just, so when I told my eldest, she was going, "Oh my God, Mum, what do you make it for me?" I'm going, "No, I'm not making it."
I'm going to do two, one with a fried egg, one with plain, and what I'm going to do is serve a bit of salad.
That's definitely 5 a day, lazy there. Shove some salad on there.
Definitely. I mean, I'm going to run to the shop after this to get the ingredients to make this.
You not got any pantry? You not got some flour, milk?
I do, but I'm going to go to the butcher's and get some ham.
Ah, you want some nice ham? Ah, okay.
You can buy some like nice ham, you know. Even the supermarket is some nice ham, you know, Cork or whatever. So I'm going to make a serve a salad, just make it a vinaigrette.
Okay.
You carry on asking questions.
Okay, right. Okay. Food fad. What food fad that are you glad that is not around anymore?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you mine, Lizzie. I don't know if you've got one. Mine, and I say this every time. I can't wait till slates and boards are thrown back. Put the slates on the roof and get the boards where the bread is.
Well, there's still people serving food on any kind of salt steak or whatever. But
I want a plate.
I think for me, you know, where I work, we have some very good china.
Yeah.
But important is what's on the plate, you know. So I make a quick vinaigrette here. It's 1 part of vinegar.
Yeah.
3 parts of oil.
Yeah.
And a bit of salt. I'm using olive oil, but you know, you can use less. Like a rapeseed oil will be fine with this.
Okay. And what sort of vinegar?
This is just white wine vinegar. Cider vinegar would do well.
Yeah.
And I use a extra virgin olive oil. It's quite strong for a dressing, but I like it like this. You know, with rapeseed oil would be perfect. Or hazelnut oil would do well with this.
Ooh, that would be nice. A flavored hazelnut oil would be lovely. And I guess you can to taste it, you can make it as strong or as not as strong as you want to, and things like that.
Yeah, I like it like this. It's perfect.
Can I ask you another question?
Yeah. So going back of food, you know, this like kind of boards and everything. Yeah, it's boring. But there's still people serving food all different things. You know.
Yeah, I hate it.
All these boards and everything else. I don't agree with all this. But...
Do you really want to eat breakfast off a shovel?
No.
No, exactly. Can we see your face, Olivia, while we're waiting for that thing? Yeah. Hello again. Isn't he lovely? Okay, give me. Hope your wife's not watching this, and I mean with all the respect. Give me one top tip for a home cook. If you had to give one top tip.
Yeah, buy yourself a non-stick pan.
Yeah.
You know, cook a fried egg, you want stick, get a hot pan, a bit of oil in there to cook a piece of fish, you want stick, and the skin of the fish. We serve crispy skin on the fish in the restaurant, but you know, at home you can do it as well. You cook a piece of cod or whatever in a non-stick pan, and it's much easier. So I think a non-stick pan, and they're not expensive.
Yeah, I mean you can get them.
But you know, you can buy cheap ones.
I think homewares now is actually the price is coming down, and you can get them from all. They're not just like homeware shops now. I mean, again, that A-word shop. I'm not like I'm looking for them or anything. It's just that I shop there a lot. Okay, here's another one. One purchase that a home cook should put on their Christmas list. Not a frying pan though. Something else.
A purchase. A good machine, you know, like a KitchenAid or something, you know, if there's something.
Yeah.
Or
lots of baking, you know.
Yeah.
KitchenAid, or it's quite popular. People have one at home, you know. We got one here.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. This is the one I bought myself when I was working in the restaurant, but it's quite fashionable that people, women at home, one of them or one of the Kenwoods.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a KitchenAid gal as well, and I think, and I buy them for gifts, you know, but never save up for them, but they're brilliant. Okay, another question, right? And this is really personal, so I apologize. Do you have a favorite knife?
I've got so many, but every of my knives, I like them for a different reason. But I like Shen. You know, it's a British company. They are. I'm not sure where she's based, but all these Japanese knives are very good. But I've got a knife here. This is one knife, like Victorinox. They're like £5.
Yeah.
And this is not mine. This is my wife's. This one, because I used this at home when I was cooking, and she really likes this. It's more like tomato knife, but you can use it to cook anything: butter, toast, like a paring knife, or they're brilliant. They're cheap.
Yeah. And do you think knives, the sharper the better, or
yeah, it's sharp because you got less chance of cutting yourself. When they're not sharp, you probably force, and then you got more chance of cutting yourself. This is Victorinox as well. We're a bigger knife. This is a bread knife. This is very sharp.
Yeah.
I use this one for anything. I use this one for cutting vegetables, cutting bread, of course.
See, I like the idea with knives, because when I ask that question a lot to people, they are very specific about this knife for this and this. But actually, Lizzie, in your drawer, we've both got knives we prefer, right? I'm guessing. But I normally just go, oh, that's the knife I've got hold of. I'm going to cut with that. Most people in the home do that, don't they?
Well, I do that with my chef's knife. I use that for pretty much everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's dangerous, and there's nothing worse than putting like in the sink here. I put all my pants to wash. I'll show you how later on. If you dump a knife in there, somebody put a knife in their hand in there, cut themselves.
Yeah.
Don't put the knives in the sink.
No.
The other side and wash them separately.
Yeah.
So I've got 5 minutes left on the oven here.
Okay, let's have a look at it then.
I turn it up to 190 to get all coloration to make sure it's ready in time.
Just because we're in a hurry.
No, hurry. I got all morning. Oil and butter here. Oil and butter to cook.
Because Lizzie and I have you talking all morning.
And I'm going to do a lucky Friday. You know, just the way you can do it to make sure crack it, there's no problem. But if you want to make sure there's no shells in it, crack it in the ramekin first. Check there's no shells. And then
crack it in a container. Can we have a look? Can you tip the camera down a bit, Olivia, please? Just so we can see your egg.
Anyway, you can.
Okay, so you cracked it into a container first before you put it into the.
Not now, but I'm sure there's no shells. But I heard we feel make sure there's no shells. You got to cut in the ramekin first.
Yeah.
I've got my dressing and the salad. That's just a packet salad. This one. But
that's it.
So real.
I mean, this is what happens, isn't it? There's all this, like I said, people shouldn't be scared of cooking, because it is. You can do whatever you like and use whatever you like. Yeah.
Of course, I cook all day long. I don't really want to cook here when I get home. But people, when they're at home, especially in the lockdown, they got time to do the cooking. They can do healthy things for their kids.
Yeah.
This is probably better than giving them chicken nuggets from the packet.
Would you get your kids? Not that I know you've got a dog, and who I'm hoping we're going to see in a minute, but. Would you say that this is something that kids could help their parents cook? Because it's you're learning a lot of skills with this as a child. Lizzie, would you let your girls?
Yeah, my girls get really involved with cooking. Obviously, a lot of supervision with the oven and knives and things, but they'd love to do something like this.
Of course, it's not everybody. I know the parents work all the time. There's time as well. It's a time when somebody come back from work at 7 o'clock at night. The time for cooking something is pretty difficult.
But I think making this is probably going to be quicker and easier than standing eating vegetables. And equally, you're going to, if you put a salad or something with it, you're going to get, I mean, we're laughing about 5 a day, but you're going to get all the nutrients as well there, aren't you? And the kids are going to, glass of wine. You've got a glass of wine. Get the grapes in there. Absolutely. Or the gin. Oh, show me what you've got there.
That's just a bottle from before.
From before this morning.
Yeah, breakfast. No, that's last night. I must say I've been drinking much less this lockdown than last lockdown because the weather is not as good. So you don't sit outside and enjoy the garden and have a glass of wine or anything like this.
Well,
my Friday
box wine.
It's a big straw.
My Friday gets cooked, so I'm going to go drain it on the kitchen towel, so it'll just be more chefy here.
Okay.
So there's no oil everywhere, because it's probably already not a very healthy sandwich.
See, I'm just saying how healthy it is, Olivia, and you're just saying it's not. I'm saying no, I'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, in fat content, there's butter and you know, the ingredients, there's nothing MSG or anything in that kind of thing.
And that's the thing I see is unhealthy.
They're real fats, aren't they? Like
Right. It'll take a bit out of 5 minutes.
Okay.
Then we've got time still, yeah?
Oh, yes. A couple of minutes over.
All day if you can.
Yeah. A couple of minutes won't make any difference. So while we're waiting for that to cook, can we see your face again?
Yeah. So anyway, now I just have to take a sandwich out and put it in a plate. And that's it.
Is what?
I just have to take it out, put it on the plate now, and it's ready to serve.
Okay then, let's see the plate. Sorry, let's see the plate.
This plate I bought last lockdown from a company called Goodfellows. It's like a plate company the chef buy the plates from, and they did a range for cooking at home.
Really? I need to
last lockdown I had 3 months. I mean months we were at home, so I did some cooking to make it look good. I bought some nice plate.
Nice. You got the posh ones out.
Yeah, I'll take them out when I'll take a picture.
Yeah, please take a picture and then we'll put it on.
So I got these plates here.
I hear beeping.
Yeah. I put it a couple minutes.
So the plates are from Big Fellows. I've never heard of those. So
Goodfellows.
Goodfellows. Oh, Goodfellows.
These blue plates here are pretty cool as well. So I'm going to do 2 pictures. I mean, those 2 plates here, I think they were like £7, I think, each. It's more expensive what you buy in the market, but their quality is brilliant,
Have you heard of a potter called Linda Bloomfield?
No.
Oh, have a check out of her stuff. She's got some amazing things. She does like manufactured stuff, which are gorgeous, and then she does hand thrown stuff, which are even more gorgeous. And you know what? Really reasonable and fabulous. Just gorgeous things. So hello, Linda.
I'll have a look. If you send me now a link, I will have a look.
I will. I'll send a link. I'll put it on the below the recipe for this as well, even though it's not related. Just that it popped into my head, and I can't help it.
The first week of last lockdown, I didn't do much, but after you have to, that you're going to be there for much longer than a month. I wanted to get excited, take pictures, and it's nice. It's nice to get excited about cooking our own for my wife. She loved it.
Oh,
ready now?
Nice husband.
There we go.
Oh right, let's bring the camera down so we can see it, please.
I'm getting closer to look.
I know. I can.
Oh, look at that.
Oh my word.
All it is bread, ham, cheese, and milk, butter, whatever it is.
It looks slightly dirty, doesn't it? It does, in a nice way. It looks like, I'm going to sit down and put a bib in, and that sort of thing. Dribble it down your chin, dirty.
Oh, don't. Honestly, I'm off to the bakery and the butcher's after this to get some bread.
Oh God.
Oh, here you go. That's the pot, madame.
Look at that.
That looks
With
beautiful.
fried egg on the top.
Look at that egg.
And then, you know, I like Tabasco. I can put a bit of Tabasco in there. You can put some,
Yeah.
one of the condiments you want on the top. This one I'm going to cut in half so you can see.
Yes, please.
Oh, is it going to be really oozy?
That's what I mean. It's like.
You know, it's probably to make it like a simple sandwich, a bit more exciting, you know?
It's not a toasty, is it? No, that's not a toast. Not like any toasty I make in a machine.
Look at this.
Steam. Can you smell it, Lizzie?
I wish.
There you go. That's just the Croque Monsieur.
Oh, let's see inside that. Can you hold that up to the camera, please?
Oh, I don't know what I've done with the timer here.
Oh, oh gosh, Olivia, that is awesome. That is.
You can do anything with that. You can put some serrano ham, parma ham. You know, you can do manchego cheese or any kind of cheese you want. Whatever is in the fridge. You don't have to go to your shop. It's all here.
Oh God, you're amazing. And I've already asked if can you turn the camera up to your face again so I can see?
Oh yeah, sorry.
It's live, and this is what it is. You know, it's on the hoof. So I've already asked Olivia if he'll come back and do another one. He said he would, so I'm going to talk to him about that. If anybody has any requests about what we can do or what Olivia can do, in the time allotted, please let us know in the comments below, and please subscribe and do all of the stuff that I normally ask you to do and that nobody ever does, but you know. Olivia, tell me, let's give a shout out to your restaurant and anything else that you know you want to shout out.
Yeah, so I work on Mason's Arms in Ulster, which is on Exmoor, about 20 minutes from Tiverton, you know, from 5. And it's a 1 Michelin star restaurant. And so my boss is Mark Dotson, so I work alongside him in the kitchen.
So this book for sale?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's available on his website, but we're selling it at a restaurant, I know. I don't know how many copies is there left.
Okay, so remind me to put a link to that as well, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you're closed at the moment, but are you doing takeaways? And I know there's one thing that you have said these doing takeaways, and I want you to just say that.
We are not doing takeaway as such, but this weekend on Saturday he's doing a one-off special takeaway lobster salad, which is one of the Roux brothers water-sardine recipe, mango dressing. I
mean, let's just say that again. It's a Roux brothers recipe, and you can buy it or pre-order it to have this Saturday. Yeah,
it's only local. So I'm guessing he only did he will do a 20 portion, you know, not more, because obviously of the price.
Yeah, of course.
Of what it is. If he has 18 on order, he'll probably only order 20 lobsters or such.
Yeah. Okay, so get in quick. So do you think, will you be doing anything else from your work kitchen? Like any more like pre-order stuff? And should we just keep looking on the web for it?
Well, I don't know, because hopefully next week, it'll be the week before we reopen. So we'll be getting ready to reopen the restaurant. I'm not sure, because obviously I'm furloughed and I'm home, and then my guess is probably had a request from somebody to have a lobster, and he probably decided to do it.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if if the government decide to keep everybody in until Christmas, maybe he might do it again. Okay. But I'm not sure at the moment. Keep an eye on the social media.
Absolutely. Last question. Well, no, it's not a last question actually. Tell me your social media. Tell everybody your social media, your Twitter handle, and all that sort of thing, so they can follow you on Instagram and everything. Yeah,
so it's Olivier Certain, Olivier Certin, and Twitter is at Olivier Certain, I think, and Instagram Olivia4475. Yeah. I do lots of social media, especially at the moment. I'm quite bored, so I probably spend time with my I love it. Cooking, hopefully when I'm when I'm at work, I do lots of pictures from work dishes.
Yeah, they're fabulous.
At the moment, it's probably just more like a cheese sandwich like today.
That's good. And definitely last question. If the world opens again on December the 2nd, is your fabulous work, are they taking bookings for Christmas?
Well, we're closed for Christmas.
Oh, of course you are.
As far as I know, you know, because you only have usually close in August, but because of last lockdown, we worked in December, August. So the last week of August meant to be closed, but we open. So if you don't close at Christmas, I don't know when is next time we're gonna have a holiday.
Okay.
He puts closures in place. No, it'll be closed after the 24th lunch and until 7th of January, I think.
Right, so people can book from the 2nd to the 24th. Fab.
Yeah. And my guess is probably already full.
No, don't say that.
Yeah, well, I'm being honest.
I know it will be full, actually. I don't know why I'm plugging it, because it will be full.
Well, you know, you probably have a few tables, of course.
Yeah.
But my guess is the first week will be full.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because once we opened in last July, there's every service, lunch and dinner, and from July to lockdown was full. You know, we do small numbers. We don't push table in like maybe some place maybe some have done, or I'm not saying people have done, but we don't squeeze the tables too. Or it's very comfortable when people be eating in the restaurant. Very, you know,
all safe and everything, which is good.
Yeah.
Okay, we've run over time. We always run over time. Olivia, thank you so much. Go and follow and just tweet about him and just do lots of wonderful things, and look out for the recipe on the website, leeandthesweetlife.com. Please join Foodie Book Club groups where you get lots and lots of things. We support independent businesses and chefs and all the food industry and the emotional well-being of people. And I can't think of anything else unless Lizzie says it, or subscribe and do all that stuff. And we'll see you next week. Thank you so much. Okay, see you again.
Bye.
Bye.